Hi, this is Gabby, the Gabb, Pat Miller, for our Friday Zoom fun. And this is a great day. The first day of almost 90 degrees, which after all the weather makes me smile. And I get to be with two wonderful, wonderful friends, Barb and Pete Marzak. I don't even know how long we've been friends, but with Marzak Fine Foods, and wow, it's great. So how are you?
Well, we're doing great. Thanks, Gabb. We're happy to be with you as always. Fun to run into you over at D-Bar. Those guys.
Celebrating, yeah.
Killing it.
You were killing it. I gave up. I have decided I will never order crawfish.
However,
Unless I have somebody to feed me. Everything else was great.
Those hush puppies were delicious.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a good date night if you have somebody to clean the crawfish for you. Then you know it's love.
Well, if I have somebody to crack them open. However, the hush puppies were divine. And then I got to taste a couple of other things like chocolate chip cookies, some new cinnamon. It was fun.
How about this food scene since we've all known each other?
It's sure changed, hasn't it?
Good Lord. It's fun. Barb, Barb has the distinction of being a co-founder of two cool Denver businesses with back to Wincoop Days, and as a co-founding partner there. And then of course, Marczyk Fine Foods. She's been with me and she's been in it every step of the way. And you've watched us grow and change and adapt, Pat. And so kind of cool.
What's great though is all of you. I mean, I knew Barb then, and whenever anybody says to me, how do you know her? I said, I have to tell you how I've known her. I'm going back to the day that place opened.
Yeah.
But the people in the business, and after this, you asked a question, they have, most of the guys who have made it, everybody suffered. But those people still remain fabulous, community-minded, caring. I mean, I see them and I just go, I'd like to cry because they're all just so wonderful still.
Yeah, they hung in there.
Yeah, I will tell you that the last year has not been without tears over here.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, give me a brief rundown of what you've done and what you're doing, and hopefully we can look forward to the future.
Yeah, well, I think we are. It really does feel with the masks coming off, and certainly when people choose that, where that's been really nice to be able to see actual smiles again, and
a nose,
and just get to re-engage with people that we know and love out there. And our customers have been amazing through this thing, supporting us like mad. And our team, Pat, has been just, it would be impossible. See, I'll get emotional.
No, I do the same thing.
It would be impossible for me to overstate how well they've done and how brave they were through this whole thing. I mean, we never closed a day. They just worked through it. And, we sort of have been joking lately that, the past 15 months has been 80% managing COVID and 20% managing the business.
But that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we didn't have a choice. And, with a lot of mandates, a lot of, things imposed on us, rules and regulations. And I'm not just talking about, a mask or any of that, or metering. No. Just so many other things from the legislative stuff, and we got bags coming. We got to start charging for bags. They're just.
I agree. It's absurd.
Well, it just is what it is.
Right, but it's really, really hard, and it's hard to run a business. And I think people sometimes don't realize that you're scrubbing and washing and doing all of, you know, you put your hand on something and somebody's got to come clean up after you. Yeah. I mean, it's a different world.
You know, one of my favorite examples of everything right and wrong with the last year is, you know, when COVID first hit, we had people in the store we'd never seen before, and they were pushing one cart in front of them and pulling another one behind them. And, you know, we changed our hours so the crew didn't have to be on the floor when the customers came in. But one of my favorite days, good and bad, was the 2-hour Denver prohibition. So I'm at home, my phone's blowing up, friends are in the store saying, Mayor Hancock just announced that liquor stores and pot stores are closing tonight.
Oh, okay, now I remember. Okay.
So Pete rips down to Fairfax. I grab my keys, I drive down to Marczyk Fine Wines. There's a line at the door. I mean, forget COVID rules. They're packed in there like sardines. Right. They don't even care. Is it red? I'll take 2 cases.
Right, I know.
And as a tribute to our staff, nobody broke down. No one ran in to cry. No one just simply walked out because it was mayhem. You know, I got there, I had to shove all these people out of the store, give them numbers. They're now in a queue. Everybody calm down, close the doors to the food store because you can't come in that way now. And everyone just did their job. We closed the store and the place was wiped out. And we stood there and we looked at each other and went, what just happened? And what just happened was what we saw all year through COVID. You know, the government saying, we're going to do this. And then Denver's saying, we're going to do that. Let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. Now we're trying to like walk along this tightrope of what's the right thing. So that actually was one of my favorite days because
I have not heard this story, and it's probably one of the best stories I have heard from anyone. You know what? You'll risk COVID.
We decided it was hooch locust. Hooch locust.
Right. No, I mean, I would take a chance if I didn't have liquor to go get it. I mean, I now say I can do without anything, but just don't let me go without my wine. Yeah. I mean, I don't drink hard drinks because I don't like them. But my joke is, tell the doctor he could tell me anything as long as I can have wine. And if it's dinner time at home, I mean, of course I was never home, but I never drank at home. Come on, that's the world.
Yeah.
Great story though.
These stories.
You know, the other thing that comes to mind, just reminiscing, you know, in the words of Carrie Fisher, if you're going to laugh about it later, you might as well laugh about it now. So it's a little later and we are laughing about some things, but I can tell you that we've never, in the almost 20 years we've been in business, we sold more yeast in March and May of last year than we sold in the prior 18 years combined.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay, I did not get to that point.
No, but people were baking bread. It was.
I know what you're saying, but not me.
Yeah, there were some really, you know, I think there were some really cool things that came out of the whole thing. And you know, one of the really inspiring things that I read, and I was actually sharing this with Keegan at D-Bar and Lisa, was the piece that Gabrielle Hamilton wrote in the New York Times. It's worth reading for anybody who listens to your show. They would also like this piece. It was about a year ago, and Gabrielle Hamilton is one of the original farm to table chefs and really a pioneer in New York. And her restaurant is called Prune. And,
God, I went there 40 years ago.
Yeah, she was early to the party, right?
Uh-huh.
But you know,
Actually, 50.
I think we're going to start to see, we're certainly seeing wage pressure, which is not a bad thing in our mind.
No, I don't think so at all. I think it's great.
I think it's a good thing. I think we really realized how valuable, we know how valuable what we do is and how valuable our team is to keeping people fed and doing it with excellence. There's never been a confusion on our part, but I do think that the industry, I think the way that people are seeing food service and retail food in particular is different. And I think it's a really positive thing. You know, people, with Pat, it was amazing to watch people come in and they were just like, you have flour, you have chicken, you have meat, you know, yes, we do.
But you had to take very good care of your staff. Whereas employees in restaurants, not all restaurants, were not taking care of that well. And that's why they're not coming back. They found other things. And it should be more equitable.
Yeah, we've always had a pretty grown-up compensation program with grown-up benefits. And I mean, we're a really, we strive to be, and I think mostly, I mean, it's hard to, you know, brag on yourself, and I'm certainly.
Oh, go ahead, because you deserve it, and this is about Marczyk Fine Foods.
But you're nice to say that, but I do think that, you know, I think that our core team has really, you know, they realize that, okay, this, you know, this is a grown-up place to work, and so we're really proud of that. And you know, coming out of this thing, it's hard to find new people to come into this industry, but we're finding them, and we're fishing in some different ponds. And so you're going to see some different faces around our place, because, you know, a lot of the people who were with us, you know, temporarily, we knew you know, they had other careers that were just on hold, and they're moving on. They're getting good jobs in their fields.
Good for them.
Yeah, really good for them. And we were a good place to land for a while. And so we're going to see some new faces. We're excited about that.
I may have to put on an apron and go to work.
Yes, please.
Oh, Pat, trust me, they kill me. They're so fast. I can't keep up with any of them.
Oh, well, I guess not. But, you know, I mean, people were in. Now, talk about Marzyk's Fine Foods now, because some of us were stuck at home. Well, most of us were. But a lot of us were never alone before. And you were never in your house for so long. And everybody just wants to go out. Everybody cooks now. They do all sorts of things that nobody ever thought about. So tell us about how, because you have the most unique, wonderful, family-owned place. I mean, you're not a chain around here. So
well, hold on. We do have 2 stores. Someone did refer to us as a chain once.
A chain of 2?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I have 2 kids. Do I have a chain?
So we saw some really interesting trends. To your point, people were cooking a lot more at home. You know, I think our meats and vegetables section did very well. Our prepared food section slowed way down. We had to close the delis completely because people were, the dwell time, because we were metering at the door. So if you know, if someone's waiting X amount of time to get their sandwich, and now they're standing next to this person who's getting their sandwich.
Oh, wow.
Long, it's too close. But the delis are now reopened. I think every time I go into either store, somebody is standing there ordering a sandwich. So
do you have to wear a mask now?
Nope.
Okay. No, I mean, I haven't, as far as I know, everything is maskless and open.
I mean, Pete and I are seeing employees that we've never seen without a mask.
Well, I believe that. I don't know people anymore when they take their mask off.
Yeah, yeah. So I think things are changing very positively. Pete, your take on it?
Yeah, you know, definitely it was kind of nice. I actually went in the store for the first time a couple of days ago without a mask on. That was in over a year.
Is it scary?
No, you know, I honestly, personally, Gabb, I was never like, I mean, I never thought COVID wasn't real or anything. I was just not afraid for myself. I was just afraid for the team, their families, for customers, you know, who might, you know, if they get sick, it might have been really serious, but I never felt like that would I felt like if it happened to me, I'd be down for a couple of weeks and get back after it. But it wasn't scary, but it is interesting. I mean, it's sort of like Stockholm syndrome. You know, it's like, you know, people they feel safer behind a mask all of a sudden.
Well, now I know people who are still that way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And frankly, good for them. You know, if that's how they want to be. If I went on a plane, I would wear a mask.
Oh, for sure.
Of course, you have to, but I would anyway. Yeah. But when I could walk in a restaurant, and well, I think even Pete, you said this to me. Barb and I didn't even bother to ask, "Can I hug you?" And I thought, "Oh, wow, yeah, of course. You know, that's the world." I mean, and we need that world again.
We do.
We got it.
We're bringing the Marczyk Foods world back. What we're back to hot soups that are self-serve. Delis are in full swing. We will have burger nights this summer.
Okay, hurry up and tell me.
We will. That was one of the things that we realized was not as sustainable as we thought. It really was a very taxing. It's a taxing event on the team. It takes 4 people, a full shift. So we have to add a full shift of 4 people per store every time we do a burger night. So we're going to do a more selective number of dates. Those dates are TBA at this point. We were waiting to see what happened with all the masking and group events and so forth. Obviously, you know, we had a busy burger night will bring in, you know, 400-500 people. So
yes,
we had to be really cautious about that. So we're going to do a series over the summer, and there will be some at each store. There will be a few burger nights at the Uptown store and a few burger nights at the Colfax store. Again, those dates are TBA. They will be Friday nights, so we will just stick with our Friday night burger night, and we're really excited about that. And what's the coolest thing, 2 years ago, the last time we did burger night, it was really a burden for a lot of the team. And now we have enough new team members that they're like, "Can I do burger night? Can I help? Can I cook?" They're really excited about it.
If I'm correct, please correct me if I'm wrong. All you really serve is burgers. You don't have sides and things.
Well, we have 4,000 other items
in the store.
But we will not put a piece of fish on the grill. We will not put a veggie burger on the grill. We've been asked, and I mean, we aren't.
I'm all for this. I just want you to tell people.
It's just so interesting. It's like a guy on a grill, and somehow they get almost every order right. Somehow they move it through. It's this insane thing. They're in the parking lot, you know, they aren't a short order cook, but somehow they get it done. So that's why we have kept it the burgers only. So.
Okay. And but if you want to eat there, you have to get your own wine. Okay. Or can you sell glasses of wine?
No, we can't. We're licensed to sell, for off-premise consumption. So the wine piece is at your own peril.
I don't mind peril.
We're not licensed for that, so we don't sell by the glass at all. Yeah,
but absolutely pop inside, get one of our delicious hand pies, whole drink, a little bag of chips. We have these chips from Spain that we found.
This is what I'm trying to get you to tell us.
Okay. Yeah, from Spain, that I think we're the only ones in town to carry those. We've got, somebody just told me on Google reviews, we carry more chips than they've ever seen. So that's great news. And all our baked goods, cookies, brownies, giant, Rice Krispie treats. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, please come by when we figure it out.
Will you send out an email or something so we'll all know?
Absolutely.
Oh, show. Yeah. So since we last spoke, well, not since we last spoke, but since we last spoke on your show or on your camera thing, we've opened up our a culinary center. So we have a production facility up in North Park Hill that's baking all of our breads every day, our pies, our cookies, our cakes. All our prepared food are coming out of a real nice, super new commercial kitchen. So that's kind of cool. We've been doing a lot of wholesale bread business. That's been
good
great.
for you.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, beautiful site. It was not so beautiful before.
It was
Oh,
not
that's fabulous
Yeah.
because it's close and it's wonderful and it's available all the time and people love bread.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people, but
Yes.
The baguette just keeps getting better. They're doing a great job. They really they do an awesome job up there. But yeah, we're getting back in full swing.
Okay. And you have all sorts of things people can pick up for dinner every night or lunch as well.
Every day. So we're getting into local produce season. We work with a lot of local suppliers. We have a great relationship with Kilt Farms, Altius Farms, Oxford Farms up in Boulder County. Those guys do an incredible job and they're just absolutely crushing it right now. We have about 2 weeks left on the local asparagus season. So that comes from Kiowa Valley Farms. It's actually in Roggen. But it's the best asparagus anywhere you can find right now here in Colorado. It's a great local product. It's a good price and it just is, I mean, it is melt in your mouth. If you like asparagus,
yes,
don't walk. Yesterday, not tomorrow. It's really good. So,
and you know what? You're making me so hungry. This is not a good interview.
No, this is a tough one, Pat.
The host is starving, and I have eaten stuff all day. Okay, your hours are
10 to 7.
Both places.
Both places, 10 to 7 in Uptown, 10 to 7 at Colfax, 10 to 6 on Sunday. We let our crew get home a little early on Sunday so they can grill out with their kiddos if they wish. Yeah, and we're open 7 days, and we'd love to see you. You know, we get to see you.
Do you do catering?
We do. You know, yeah, we do. It's on our website, Marczyk.com. We do mostly platters, sandwiches, lunches.
Platters I can attest to because I live in an HOA and they have bought the platters and brought them here.
Right.
I have said buy them, they buy them, they bring them, and they are phenomenal.
Good.
And
Good.
Today is National Cheese Day, so go get one.
Let's get some cheese, people. You know what else we ramped up really fast?
No, but would you bring me some cheese right now before I just pass out of hunger?
Yes,
Guess
right.
what?
Is our online shopping system. It's called Webcart. It's not that sexy.
Oh, wow. Come on. It's time to close and you haven't told me this.
No, it is.
It's not called Webcart.
What's it called?
Shop, stop, and roll, girl.
Sorry, forgive me.
Totally sexy.
Totally sexy. Shop, stop, and roll. It's on Food Store and both wine shops. And you can go online, you can order things, you can pull up to the curb, they run it right out. So
good for you. That's something I did not know about. Yeah. It only took you 30 minutes to tell me.
Right.
That.
Well, so I have to brag again. So the team, we had no online shopping ability whatsoever. And our team got this up and running. It took them 12 days. 12 days of computer programming and they had this thing rocking. Pretty good.
We got some big brains.
Yeah. You must have young people there.
Yeah, we do.
Amazing what they can do that we can't.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Marczyk Fine Foods is phenomenal. Everybody should go there all the time. And the people who work there are fabulous, and so are you. So Marczyk, spell it, the webpage.
MarczYK.com, Marczyk.com. And we're easy to find. Love to see you. You can Google Fine Food Denver will be the first thing that pops up. we just, we're happy to be here. We're just so thankful to our team and to our fantastic friends and family, customers, and people finding us for the first time. We're just really, really grateful for getting through this really tough year, and just wish everybody the best.
Well, you're fabulous friends. You've been wonderful all these years. And everybody, please like and subscribe to this YouTube so that you can get all of our visits. But this one was very special. And I hope they've restocked their wine. Have a great weekend. Love you dearly.
Bye, Pat. Thank
Much
you.
love.
Thank you.